I'm Shani, and you're watching It's Style Theory. Today I'm talking about Scandal, Season 3, Episode 12, We Don't Touch the First Ladies. So let's jump right into this review. So the episode starts off with Olivia and Fitz having a pretty heated argument while the Secret Service and Jake stand right outside and they can all hear everything. James continues to play nice with Cyrus. Jake, who is still command, gets a package, which apparently is protocol for new command people. This package basically holds the secret to life, the universe, and everything. It has everything that you could ever know, basically, about the US and the world. Basically, it's the coolest package ever. Cool, but also extremely overwhelming. Sally Langston is having flashbacks of the murder that she committed. Hollis Doyle comes over to meet with her and her assistant person who, I'm sorry, I don't know his name yet. Hollis Doyle thinks he wants to work with her, but he backs out and decides he wants to work with President Grant instead. Huck brings Olivia coffee. He does this a lot of times in this episode. You guys probably didn't know this. Huck used to be my favorite character. I really liked him. And now he's my least favorite character, and I really don't like where the writers took his character. I'm really mad about it. I want to like him again, but the only way that's going to happen is if he apologizes to Quinn for what he did, and if he says he's never going to hurt her again. And I'd really love it if he stopped hurting other people too, but God knows that's probably never going to happen. And he's probably never going to apologize. I don't like the way Olivia's handling the whole Quinn thing. Why hasn't she talked to her yet? Well, she does in this episode, but before this, I was thinking, why hasn't she talked to her? Why is she being so cool with Huck? I guess she's not. I guess she's still mad. That's why he's bringing her coffee. But yeah, we'll talk more about that later. Can I just say that Charlie has a really nice apartment, especially compared to Huck's. So anyway, Charlie goes on another mission, and Quinn's not allowed to come with him. So she sneaks off to do her own mission. She spies on Olivia, who is meeting with her dad. But when Olivia's leaving the restaurant after meeting with her dad, she totally just sees Quinn outside in the car spying on her, which is hilarious. I died when that happened. And Olivia finally talks to Quinn, which made me really happy. She asks Quinn to come back. She says that she's not cut out for B613. It'll destroy her, and Quinn's like, no way, I'm not coming back. She gave a little detail about what Huck did to her. So mad about that still. Mellie has a flashback. We learn that she tried to kill herself soon after the incident with Fitz's dad. And Andrew Nichols was there, and he basically saved her life by making her throw up when he found her on the ground. Was that scene realistic? Can you actually do that to someone? Can you actually? I guess you can. So James is paranoid that Cyrus is going to find out about him leaking the info on Daniel Langston, and that Cyrus is going to have him killed. My question is, does James really think Cyrus would kill him? Of course, we know that Cyrus almost did have him killed before, but which surprised me extremely. I can't believe he would actually have his own husband killed. He says he loves him, but he does these things. These people take their jobs way too seriously. So Olivia meets with her dad again, and once again, it doesn't go as she planned, because he doesn't want her help, and he doesn't want her to worry about him. I feel really sorry for Quinn, because if you actually think about like the situation she's in, it's not like she really has that much of a choice in being there. Huck hurt her, and so now she's damaged and immature. And yes, I think she was immature a little bit before that, or naive for falling for Charlie's game in the first place. I know it's not really a game now, but she probably feels lost and helpless in a lot of ways. I mean, realistically, how could you ever get over something like that? Like what Huck did to her. A normal person couldn't. I definitely couldn't. When Jake came home to Olivia's apartment, and Olivia was like, Jake, what are you doing? I was like, yeah, Jake, what are you doing? I used to not like Hollis Doyle, like at all, but ever since that incident with his daughter and her faking her kidnapping and everything like that, I half like him. And I've got to admit, he's funny. David Rosen decides to meet with Vanessa, the person they've been leaking all of the info to, because James feels like he's too close to everything and it's too dangerous. But the problem is Charlie and Cyrus are one step ahead of both of them, which James figures out later on and tries to stop David from going, but he didn't call him in time, and he is so close to probably getting killed by Charlie. We don't know what Cyrus was going to have Charlie do. He's saved by Huck and Abby, and I was never so happy to see Huck and Abby in my life. Fitz says a quote that goes like, "There's nothing harder than trying to run for president while being president," and I was like, yeah, that sounds like it would be hard. So yeah, lately, over the last few episodes, I'm really starting to like Mellie a lot more than Fitz. And I'm starting to really wish that she would just let herself be happy and leave Fitz and just leave the whole White House and that life behind. Because he treats her so badly, and almost as if he just forgets or just doesn't even care that he used to love her and that they're married. But I'm so glad she told Andrew Nichols about what Fitz's dad did. And I really, really hope Andrew tells Fitz. I feel like Andrew Nichols is definitely hope for Mellie to be with someone that actually loves her. That conversation that Olivia and Mellie had about not being the same, I was glad that happened, because no, Olivia, you and Mellie are not the same. Yeah, I'm pretty mad at Olivia lately. Like, basically the first 2 seasons I was on Olivia's side, but that's like really starting to change. Olivia doesn't have to be with Fitz. She doesn't have to. Just like Fitz doesn't have to cheat on Mellie. But I know it's way more complicated than that, but yeah. Okay, so Huck seriously thinks Coffee is going to make up for what he did to Quinn. Seriously? No. Just no. But what he said to Olivia about him being like a monster on a leash, I completely agreed with. Like, I think it might have been a mistake for, like, it seems like kind of to me like she's in denial about Huck and who he really is and the kind of person that he really is and how dangerous, I guess, he really is. Because I think they all want him to be a good, normal person, but he's actually not. I am glad that Mellie kissed Andrew because, for a lot of reasons, I was just glad that happened, because at this point, like I said, I'm just on Mellie's side. Fitz is just so rude to her all the time, and like, I used to see her as a bad person and just a bad character, but now knowing everything she's been through and her whole history and everything, and just, she has to sit there every day and not watch, but like know that Fitz is just cheating on her with Olivia, like in the White House, just every day she has to deal with it. She has given up so much, like, of her dreams and everything for like this whole presidential thing. Which she didn't have to do, but she did, because she's that kind of person. But like, I think she needs to start, yeah, I think that's one of her flaws. She should start thinking about herself more. Who taught her to be that selfless? Oh my god, but that scene where Fitz was asking if Liv had feelings for Jake, he looked so sad. He almost made me feel sorry for him. And then near the end of the episode, when Tom walked in to Jake's office, I was like, no way! He's the agent that's working for B613 this whole time. I should have known it was going to end up being someone that we already knew, but I was still surprised. Then, oh my god, the biggest shocker of the whole episode, when Adna Salif sits down with Olivia's mom. I was like, okay, first of all, I was like, I should have seen this coming. But I didn't see it coming. I've been wondering for a while why the Adna Salif story came out of nowhere, and I was starting to worry about the writers, but I guess it didn't come out of nowhere. That's an interesting connection, but now it makes sense. They're both criminals. So, that episode. I didn't love this episode. Like I have loved some episodes in the past, because I feel like it wasn't as fast-paced. Some of the current storylines that are going on I'm not loving. They're not super interesting to me, but I still liked it. I always like the episodes. I just didn't love it. What do you guys think? Comment below. There are a lot of places that all of the different storylines that are happening right now could go. Here's where I wish a lot of them would go. I want Olivia to be with Jake. I know that's not going to happen because clearly everyone, and when I say everyone, I mean the writers seem to want this, and it seems like a lot of fans of the show want this. Everyone wants Olivia to stay with Fitz, and I used to want that too, but at this point, I want her to be with Jake. I want Fitz to stop treating Melly so bad. It's just every other episode, it's like Melly bashing her. Like, he does not have to treat her that bad. I want Melly to be happy. I really do. I want something good to happen to her character. And, like, seriously, Olivia should be thinking about how if Fitz is treating Melly this badly and he's married to her and he used to love her, what's to say that he won't treat her badly in later on, like in the future? Or like that should kind of tell her that he isn't like that good of a person, right? I want Fitz's dad to get in trouble for what he did. I really, really do. I suspect that Sally's murder will come out eventually. Thank God David's okay. He cannot die. I don't think James is gonna be okay for much longer. They seem to be leading up to something bad happening to him, and yeah. Okay, so I watched the promo for next week, and can I just say that that promo did not tell us anything? I mean, they were like, in the last 30 seconds of this episode, something dramatic's gonna happen. What is going to happen? Like, they did not give us anything. I have a few guesses, which I'm almost positive are gonna end up being wrong, because the show tends to be unpredictable, which is good, but maybe either Sally Langston's murder is going to come out or James might die. Those are just my predictions. I really, really, really do not want James to die ever in the show because he's one of my favorite characters. I love James, but I just feel like it might be something like that. Or maybe it might be something completely different, completely new that we didn't see coming. So that's all for this review. If you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe because I upload new Scandal reviews every Saturday. And if you watch Pretty Little Liars, I upload new PLL reviews every Thursday. Okay, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye! You probably got excited too, especially if you didn't already know about this. The cast of Mean Girls is getting back together for a reunion. No, not just a private reunion, a reunion for the fans!